to 1. So that means the job in job control is ready to transfer. So that means after we have created the next job, of course, we are ready to send this information to WinCC. So of course, before we have created the next job, there was no other job planned. That means even if we get a request from the WinCC or from the PLC for the next job, there is no next job. So we are not ready to send something or to transfer something. So that means the bit 1 was 0. But now we have a next job, so we have a new planned job. So we are able to send something or to transfer something after we get the next request. So this is the bit 1. And then we see we have the bit 2 and 3. The bit 2 and 3 is transferred correctly to PLC. We do not have any requests, so of course we cannot be finished with the transfer. And bit 3 is we're busy, so we're sending the data at the moment. So of course there is no request at the moment, so we do not send anything. So of course these two bits are 0. And then the bit 4 is 1 again. So bit 4 we see it's a live bit. So this means the job control is active. So if everything is working properly at the moment. And then there are some other bits available, which are at the moment not that important. But of course, we have some more information for you. So for example, the bit 5 is something like an error state. So we cannot transfer the next planned job because of one of these reasons. So the release time is not reached yet, the job is locked, so it's locked with an additional release bit, or it is locked manually during the job creation. So we have changed the state in the job creation to locked. So then we would receive one at this bit 5 here. Then there's the bit 6, which is really an error state. So that means there was a problem during the transfer and so on. So you see we have some information available. So if there's, well, what is going on at the moment, just some status information about the job here. So what happens if we now, maybe we can put it so that we can see both of them, maybe like that, and maybe like something like that. So hopefully that we can see the bits here. So what happens if we now are loading the next job and then working on the next job? So that means we want to change the request type from 0 to 1 again. So what is happening with the job control? So you see it's now transmitted, so we have loaded it. That means bit 0 and bit 1 are now 0 because we're not ready for the next job request, because we're already in the next, we're still doing something. So we have already a request here. So of course we cannot request the next one because the production unit is still busy. We are not ready to transfer, of course, because we're just finished with transferring the data. But the bit 2 is now 1, so that means it was transferred correctly to the PLC. And bit 3 is still on 0 because the recipe is quite small, so we do not have a lot of data here to transfer. So of course the transfer is quite fast. So we will not see that the busy bit will be 1 because it's that fast here. But if you have a bigger recipe using in the order, then of course it can take some time to load every parameter value from PIM control to WinCC, and then of course you can see that a bit 3 will be 1 at this moment. And then of course the live bit is still active, so everything is working properly here. So what is now happening if we change the request from 1 to 2? So that means what happens if we confirm that we have received the data from PM control? So we change that one from 1 to 2. You see we are now working on it. And you see that the bit 2, it is 0 again. So again, the bit 2 was the OK bit, so that means that the job was transferred correctly to the PLC. We have confirmed that we have received everything, so we can reset this bit inside of the PM control because we have confirmed we have received everything, so we do not need this status here anymore. So you see now the job control, everything is 0 here, from the bit 0 to the bit 4, and only the live bit is now active. Again, we are now working on this job, and if we're finished working on the job, and if that means we change the request tag from 2 to 0 again, so it's going from the current jobs in the list to the list of the process jobs, and you see again, we're now ready for the next job request, but we are not ready to transfer as we do not have any planned jobs at the moment. So this is what you can see with the job control.